Welcome to JJ's Trail Review. Today I am riding the Minnesota Valley State Trail from Chaska to Bloomington. I started out at Winkle Park in downtown Chaska, rode along the river, through Shakopee, and ended up at the Minnesota Valley Trailhead in Bloomington. The ride was about 12.7 miles, took 50 minutes, and had easy to moderate elevation change. Here I am riding along the Minnesota River in Chaska, climbing up to Chestnut Street or Highway 41. Crossing the river from downtown Chaska, and immediately this curves off to the left into the woods, which is heading east along the river. The first half of this ride is very wooded, well protected from the wind and the sun. That's just a little bit in. That is a trailhead actually where you can park and get on this trail without going to downtown Chaska. There are a few spots like this where the trail tees, and you can usually see where it ends and where the main line continues. Not very many crossings at all in the first half of this ride either. There aren't actually very many views of the river. A lot of this is floodplain, so it's not right up against the water. Here's one of the few climbs. There aren't very many, but there are enough where I did put it at easy to moderate. It goes along these railroad tracks for a little while, and this is at the edge of Shakopee. You can see the grain elevator off to the right. That is at the very west end of town. So this is actually in Shakopee, but it is still down by the river most of the way, so it doesn't feel like you're in town. And after this climb, it does go along the Shakopee Flats and some apartments that are right near downtown. That was under the Hull Street Bridge, and now this is under the old Highway 101 bridge, still in downtown Shakopee. This is going through Huber Park. You could do some different loops here, but if you stay closest to the river, it will take you all the way through. Then it goes back down closer to the river again. And there's one spot where it actually does turn into a dirt trail for just maybe a quarter mile. There's some views of the actual river. And then just when I thought I needed my mountain bike, I was back on the paved trail again. This is coming into Memorial Park in Shakopee. This is the landing. This is a public lot where you could also park. And then here it comes out to run right along Highway 101. This is the second half of the ride that is more out in the open, not as protected from the elements. And there are also more cross streets. None of them are real busy, not waiting long at stoplights or anything, but there are some cross streets through this section. Then, when you go around a curve, you see Excalibur, one of the old roller coasters at Valley Fair. And then here's Wild Thing. Now, I actually passed Wild Thing while it was on its way up a big climb. And then I could hear it go over the top. And shortly after that, it passed me. It's probably the busiest intersection right in front of Valley Fair. There's a little bit of a climb, and this is actually the old Bloomington Ferry Road. So this is another parking lot, and the trail peels off of here, and I think this road is closed to cars. You can see there's a gate there. So I think this is really just a glorified bike trail, but it is the old Bloomington Ferry Road from before they built the 169 bridge. This is going over 169. I'm sorry, going under 169. Working it up to the old Bloomington Ferry Bridge, crossing the Minnesota River once more, and ending up in Bloomington. Now this is the Minnesota Valley Riverhead trailhead, and you can see there the exit for the River Bottoms Trail also.